The new CPS CEO is delivering her budget proposal to the Board of Education as we speak, and it's causing some ruffled feathers over at City Hall. Let's get to Paris Schutz at CPS headquarters right now. Paris?
Yeah, Tia, that meeting is going on right behind me as we speak. Within minutes, the CEO, newly appointed CEO, Dr. Macklin King, is expected to tell board members and the public how she plans to close a $734 million budget gap. A lot of anticipation here in advance of the beginning of the school year. Now, thanks to some background sources, we know that this budget is not expected to include $200 million in short-term borrowing and is not expected to include a $175 million pension payment. Instead, that payment will be pushed on to the city. Why are these things notable? Because these were the exact same things proposed by former CEO Pedro Martinez, who was fired largely because he refused to take out that loan. Mayor Johnson and the Chicago Teachers Union have argued very heavily for that loan, saying the system needs it right now as a bridge as it works on getting more money from the state. But we've had a lot of parents and community groups commenting this morning in front of board members, saying they appreciate the new CEO's approach and break with City Hall. They're worried that those kinds of decisions could jeopardize the future of their kids' education, because the system will have to be paying back all of that new debt incurred. Take a listen.
Your job is to serve and be accountable to families, not to City Hall, not to the mayor, but to families, particularly our students. Thank you, Dr. King, for making the decision to protect classrooms by rejecting the $175 million MEABF payment and avoiding new high-interest debt. This decision shows a real commitment to putting families first, even in the face of intense pressure. Parents, students, and advocates have been clear in petitions and public comments, budget roundtables, and conversations that CPS should not shoulder this payment or take on risky borrowing to cover it.
And we are told that the new interim CEO, Dr. Macklin King, has faced some pressure from City Hall and the teachers union to change her stance on that, but she has resisted it so far. We'll know for sure in a few minutes when she formally presents that to the board. And then the board of 20 elected and appointed members has to take that information and then on August 28th vote to approve or not approve this budget. So very high stakes battle being waged right now. It's also notable that Dr. King was the preferred choice of Mayor Johnson and the Chicago Teachers Union to take over for fired former CEO Pedro Martinez. But now Dr. King is sounding some of the same notes that Martinez was. The school system simply can't afford some of the things that the mayor wants. Tia, we're going to have a lot more as this develops throughout the day. Back to you.
Well, Paris, I want to ask you a question really quickly because we know school starts in 5 days. It starts on Monday, and I just want to clear this up for parents. Does any of this trickle down to impact the start of school come Monday?
No. So this is about next year's budget. The current school year is paid for. School's going to start on time. Everything is taken care of. You heard some of the custodians saying they want some of their cut jobs back. That was kind of how the budget was balanced here mid-year. But with some of those cuts, the CEOs promised no more cuts. But for the parents and the students out there, all things go. I'm sorry, students, your summer break is not going to be extended. School is going to start on Monday.
All right, Paris, you always break it down and explain it all. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.